If you hear me!
Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot believe it. We introduced a new segment to our Holler If You Hear Me Weekly, Andy's Roundup of the Indies, and we completely forgot to do Andy's Roundup of the Indies. It was that notable. So, to I don't know, almost pay Andy back, we're going to do a separate show. This is Andy's Roundup of the Indies. Andy's Roundup. Come on, everyone. Andy's Roundup is really fucking fun. Over to you, big dog.
That version of the song is a lot better than the other version you sang off air. Just wanted to. We like to think we're an inclusive brand here at Holler If You Hear Me. Enjoy wrestling wherever you find it, and as an indie fan, someone who's been watching indie wrestling for 20 odd years, 25 years, ever since the Wrestling Channel on Sky came out and I saw my first CZW action, I've been a big fan of indie wrestling. I can't say the same necessarily for my brethren in the Brethren Court, but
if I may,
someone has been doing his viewing recently.
If I may, I have never seen Indian wrestling. However, I do like
Indian wrestling.
Well, that's what you're talking about, is it not?
The
Great Khali, Great Khali, Jinder Mahal. I was going to say Jinder Mahal. Yeah, I think they're fantastic wrestlers.
Muhammad Hassan.
But mind you, I did catch Muhammad Hassan. Yeah, Tiger Ali Singh. Shout out Dave Wright. He loves him. But so I haven't watched any Indian wrestling, especially not those guys, for a while. But I have been watching a little bit of NXT, TNA, and AEW. I know AEW had their equivalent to WrestleMania, All In, and I'm not averse to watching that stuff. I just don't like how they get old WWE wrestlers and then bring them over and try and make them a big thing, unless they're like improving the product dramatically. It's kind of like, just use the guys you've got. Like, I love Hangman Page, I love MJF, I love Swerve Strickland, I love Hook. Is it Taz's son?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. This is a test of my knowledge out. Is it that Warlord or Warlock? Warlow, maybe? Wardlow, there we go, we got there. He's that huge motherfucker. Yeah, but I mean, I watched AEW like everyone else did when they first came. Yeah, you know, Chris Jericho, Cody Rhodes, etc., etc. A little bit of the bubbly. So yes, I am well versed, and I must say, last week possibly when we had all those PLEs, my favourite match was Ethan Page and Ricky Saints. I know they're former AEW guys, but that was my favourite match of the weekend. I loved that. I thought it was great. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, anyway, I'm taking over your show and trying to flex my knowledge.
You've done my bit for me. Now, I just wanted to point out to anyone who watches our show who's like, oh, I've never watched any of these other products before. Please, 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 please take a moment to go and watch, if you can find it anywhere, All In, AEW All In. It was a hell of a show, a really, really top tier show. Production values out of this world. A 25,000 seater attended event, which is the highest attended event by any non-WWE wrestling show in the US in history. I believe well, maybe not in history. I think maybe the Georgia Dome might have held more when it comes to WCW back in the day, but certainly for the last 25 years there's not been another show that did that sort of number. Highlights from that show, as you sort of alluded to, MJF winning the Casino Gauntlet match. The Casino Gauntlet as a concept is awesome. It basically has everything you would love from the Royal Rumble, with the uncertainty and the immediate finish element of a fatal four-way that anyone can win at any time. The whole idea being is that 2 people enter, and then at random intervals, which aren't established, another person comes out. And you never know who's going to come out because they don't announce who's in the match. And not only that, but you can win in the first seconds. Like, it opened up with MJF and Mark Briscoe from the Briscoe brothers, and MJF's whole thing leading into it was that he wanted to win in the first 3 minutes before anyone else came out. Ended up obviously not doing it, but he did end up picking up the dub and winning a world title shot in the future. But the whole match is excellent. The whole card is brilliant. Watch Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland versus the Young Bucks. Excellent athleticism displayed by all 4 individuals. It's not the type of match that's everyone's cup of tea, because there is a lot of no-selling finishes and Canadian destroyers and stuff, but as a piece of athleticism, unreal. And as far as hardcore, you want to watch hardcore wrestling, watch the main event, Hangman Adam Page versus Jon Moxley. It was bloody as fuck. I cannot believe that what they were pulling off in that match and the amount of bloodshed there was. There was forks jabbing them in their head. There was nail beds. There was barbed wire. There was everything that you would have loved to have seen back in ECW, and it was just gory and brilliant and overbooked as hell. Go and watch it.
Was there any roll-ups in that match?
Roll-ups?
Yeah.
Like as in fruit roll-ups?
No, it's in like surprise roll-up. 1, 2, oh, kick out.
I don't remember, if I'm being completely honest. I don't think there were many.
There was an element of sarcasm there.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's the hardcore element isn't to my taste, I must say. There's an element of it that's trying to be more real when wrestling is obviously scripted and a bit fake, but I do like both characters, and the payoff for anyone that's followed the story was really good. When, am I right in saying that Hangman and Swerve absolutely hate each other?
Yeah, Hangman,
and he came out and helped him, didn't he?
Yeah, Hangman burnt down Swerve's house. So they had a feud last year that was really, really good. And it's been a story of Hangman getting back to the title, Jon Moxley not letting anyone see the belt for the last 10 months. It's been locked in a briefcase ever since he won it from Bryan Danielson last year. He's had it locked up in a briefcase. All the while, this feud between Hangman and Swerve's been going on. They've sort of turned the corner with Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay's sort of been the intermediary of trying to negotiate these two coming back together again. And if I say to you, it's like WrestleMania 40's main event on night 2 with more weapons. It about covers everything you need to know. There was overbooked nonsense, crazy run-ins, returns. Bryan Danielson in a purple mask for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's just awesome. There were some sad parts in the show. Adam Cole injured for a long time by the looks of it. He's got some concussion issues by the sounds of it. But even then, your boy Goldust, Dustin Rhodes.
He won, didn't he?
Picking up his
TNT
first
title, was it?
TNT champion. First singles belt held, I think, for like maybe 20 odd years, something ridiculous. It's the first time he's been singles champion in AEW at the very least. So just up. I haven't even talked about probably the best match on the card. Toni Storm versus Mercedes Money. Amazing women's wrestling. These two are changing the game, especially Toni Storm. She's so good. Character work, everything is just double chef's kiss. So if you have the chance, go and watch it. Go and watch Slammiversary from this last weekend as well. A little bit more, as far as an indie side comes, a little bit more NXT winning than I would have personally liked. But as we know, it gives eyes to the product when people like Trick Williams are involved, when people like JC Jane are involved, established characters within the WWE universe. So it can't do anything bad for the brand. So, but yeah, go and watch as much wrestling as you can possibly consume. It's there, it's all great, and it's for everyone. So go and do it. It's brilliant.
I will just add, All In was so good that they're going to do it at Wembley next year.
Coming back to Wembley because Coldplay aren't
Coming
really
back
there.
to Wembley, yeah. So maybe if any kind people want to donate some money to me, Dave, and Andy to go and watch it next year, that would be amazing.
That would be wonderful.
I will just touch on the TNA stuff. Yeah, I texted you today earlier, didn't I, saying more eyes to the product, and it might give talent that's on that show a little bit of exposure on NXT. Who knows what's going to happen with my man Joe Hendry, but it would be awesome to think that he goes on the main roster of Raw or SmackDown in the next 6 months. And it was a nice touch that AJ came back as well.
Very, very, very cool.
And the more I see the Hardys, the more I want them. Even 25, 30 years down the line. It's brilliant. What was that shit with Bubba Ray?
So Bubba Ray has come out because I think, if I'm right in saying, the Hardys won the tag straps. And they basically were celebrating, and Bubba comes out and says it wouldn't be right for these last runs of ours if we didn't roll back the years one more time and have the Hardys versus the Dudleys for championship gold. And that's cool, except nobody's asked Devon. Devon retired about 2 years ago and is a complete, his body has given up, basically. So it seems like nobody actually asked Devon if he's willing to do it or if he can do it. Hopefully he can. But then, even to be fair, I watched an Instagram reel the other day of Jeff and Matt at a baseball match. They were playing softball, and these boys trying to run around the bases looked painful. Like, Matt's always struggled with his knees because his knees are weird, but Jeff, just didn't look like he could run right. He looked like me trying to run, to be fair. It was very odd, very painful looking. So,
Scary sight.
Yeah, very. Just highlights the damage that pro wrestling can do on one's body. So, yeah. But yeah,
Indeed.
that's Andy's Roundup. Come on, have some fun.
Andy's Roundup takes it up the bum. Right, ladies and gentlemen, please forgive us for not including that in our normal weekly schedule. However, you have got a dedicated video now to Andy's Indie Roundup, and we do hope that you tune in each and every week for this fascinating segment, an educational lesson on non-WWE wrestling. Up the Shelton Benjamin. Good night, God bless, like, share, subscribe. Adios, amigos. Andy's Roundup takes it up the bum.